Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 27 of the year 2027. This is from the 1st to the 7th of July, and many things, pious things are also happening this week. That is, we have Rahu's ingress in Saturn's nakshatra. So it is a competition between the Rahu energy and the Saturn energy, and let's see who wins. I've already done the videos on Rahu's ingress in Saturn's nakshatra Uttarabhadrapada, and I've also done the Saturn's transit in retrogression in Aquarius sign. So please do watch these two important videos. So it is up to you how you take this transit as. Is it with a pinch of salt or is it with a pinch of sugar? So let's not get carried away and make decisions confusion and delusion way. It's better that we know our limitations and boundaries. And we do have one very important event which is happening. That is new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra. And the other one being Ratha Yatra, Jagannath Ratha Yatra. I will be explaining all this in a bit. And we have Venus's ingress in Cancer sign. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing the dates. I'll be sharing the meaning of this Ratha Yatra, the car festival in Odisha. So stay tuned. And the new moon in Punarvasu also, I will be explaining a bit on that. And if you really want to understand how exactly you should be checking the transit, please stay tuned. Before I start the 12 sign predictions, I'll be sharing how to check your transit. What is the way actually to check the transit positions? Your natal chart is the first and the foremost one. It is the strongest. And the dasha. Then comes the transit. But remember, dasha and transit are not the event creators. Also, we see the moon's ingress and interaction with all the grahas. That is why the weeklies are very important. You eat something in the morning and you eat something else in the evening. Why? So that is something which, like when people are going in for some documentation, etc., or applying for anything, or going for a job joining date, etc., or conception, people come to me for Muhurta reading. How do I check? I check the nakshatras. I check the Panchanga. Panchanga means 5 parts of astrology, which is very, very important. So we must see what tithi, what karan, what yog, what nakshatra. We have to see all of this, and then we come to the conclusion. And this is based on moon's nakshatra, especially moon's tithi, how it is interacting with other planets. That is how the weeklies are very important. And moon will be ingressing in 4 signs this week. That is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. So I will be sharing with you how this transit of moon in all the signs is. Do change your timing as per your time zone, because maybe I'm taking it as per India, New Delhi time. So if at all you are suppose in New York, so go back 9.5 hours from India time. So if it is morning in your place and moon is ingressing in the night in India, that means you will start feeling the results in the morning itself. Suppose you are in Singapore, so 2.5 hours ahead of it is Singapore from India. So you have to change the clock that way. So if you are in Australia, 5.5 hours, or, exactly, you have to check yourself how the difference is. So that is why if you are not experiencing the results, you feel that the transit positions are bogus and they don't impact us. It's not so. Because there has to be some connectivity of this moon with your natal moon or natal dasha. Only then you will experience. But that is why I say check the dasha also. So let me not, talk about all this. These are extra timings, but surely I will be sharing what exactly is happening this week, which is a very important one. That is the Ratha Yatra. So let me share with you the screen again. Okay. So new moon in Punarvasu happens on the 5th of July, 4:57 a.m. India time till the 6th of July, 4:50 a.m. India time. So that is very important. Then we have Ratha Yatra, which is in Odisha, the car festival. I'll be explaining what it is. That is starting on the 7th of July. Okay. Now, let me share the Drik Panchangam, where it says, what is the Ratha Yatra? So as you can see, if the screen is not sharing, please do let me know. These are our live sessions. So Rath Yatra is the Dvitiya Tithi, 4:26 a.m. India time, New Delhi time. You can see here wherever I am in the world, but I will be taking up New Delhi timings. Jagannath Rath Yatra. Now, what is that? Rath Yatra is a huge Hindu festival, and it is organized each year at the Jagannath Temple, Puri. Okay. And it is decided as per the Hindu lunar calendar month fixed on the Dvitiya Tithi of the Shukla Paksha of Ashada month. So this is somewhere around June, July only. And as per the Gregorian calendar. So as you know, the new moon is on the 5th. So it has to be on the 7th, right? The Dvitiya Tithi, second Tithi of the Shukla Paksha. Now, Lord Jagannath is worshipped primarily in city of Puri as famous Jagannath temple and is considered to be a form of Lord Vishnu. Okay. So this is also, one of the dham, char dham, as we say, there are 4 dhams, which are the pilgrimages. So this is one of the pilgrimages, very important place. And this is a center of main center of attraction, or we can say that people visit these places for cleansing their inside. So whatever they are feeling uneasy, so we people visit the Char Dham for sure. And this is also considered to be a very important one because Lord Jagannath is worshipped with his brother and his sister, that is Balabhadra and Subhadra. Okay. And they visit the Mata temple, Gudicha, which is the annual visit. Lord goes there. There is a huge festival, a huge, it's a procession in Puri. People can't even have a place to step there. So if you can just Google and you will know what is Ratha Yatra, you will know what exactly is that. Gudicha temple we go to, and then there's a ritual of cleansing this temple known as Gundicha Marjana. Marjan, it is going to be a cleansing one. And these are days, which is divided into first day this will happen, second day this will happen, third day this will happen. So on day 1, this starts, and then the cleansing is happening. The 4th day, Rath Yatra is celebrated as Hira Panchami, when goddess Lakshmi, the consort of Lord Jagannath, visits Gundicha in search of Lord Jagannatha. So it is a beautiful, beautiful, after resting. Now, God goes and rests there, in his aunt's house. So that is, for 8 days. And after that, he comes back. And this is said that, this is Mausima, means it's aunt, his maternal aunt. He goes and rests there. He comes out because, people who are underprivileged, who can't visit inside, he can't go. So it was at that time, they started this, this procession. God said, I will go out. If you can't come in, foreign visitors, etc., they all go there because if they are not allowed inside, at least he can, then comes a Shaini, Dev Shaini Amavasya Ekadashi also, where he sleeps for 4 months, Lord Jagannatha. So what happens when he comes out? It's very, it's a very beautiful scene because, you can touch him, you can see him, you can worship him. So it's a very beautiful one. It's a beautiful festival for that reason. Okay. So you can watch all this on the YouTube. You can watch it online. You will get to know. And Indians especially, they know. Some Indians really don't know what exactly is this. So please do. You must know your culture, your heritage, your festivities, and the meaning behind all this. So that is why alongside, I mentioned what is happening. Also, we have a new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and that is on the 5th of July till the 6th of July morning. So this is at 20 degrees, 11 minutes in Gemini, where we have it in Punarvasu Nakshatra Gemini sign. So that means that you will get many options now, many openings now. So please try and differentiate between the good and the bad. See to it which is the best thing to do, which is the best thing to perform. And this will be definitely a very beautiful phase for you. So it's a beginning of another cycle. And you must actually make the best use of. And also we have Venus transiting through Cancer sign on the 7th of July. And this is also a very important one because, on this day, and this Venus is transiting from 7th of July till the 31st of July. in the Cancer sign. And Cancer sign, whenever any graha transits, that means whenever moon is transiting Taurus sign, whenever moon is transiting Libra, there's an exchange for 2 quarter days. So this is a very important one. Why? Because, people will become very emotional about their decision making in relationships, especially. So, of course, after the happy-go-lucky sign of Gemini, talkative sign of Gemini, inquisitive sign of Gemini, curious sign of Gemini, now it is going to be an emotional sign of Cancer. So you have to take care and have a demarcation between the good and the bad, and the important ones. Important decision making is going to take place. So you have to be more practical during this time. Also, we have Rahu in Uttar Bhadrapada. Now, let me start sharing with you this one because this is important. So, from 5th of July till 2024, till I have already made the video. So, 24th of February 2025 is Rahu's ingress in the Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra ruled by Saturn, because from Revati it is going backwards towards the Saturn Nakshatra. And it's going to be in Scorpio Navmansha this week. And these are the Navmansha positions. You must make a note of this also. Ketu is not changing Nakshatra. True Ketu, as you know, is going to be till the 2nd of December in Hasta Nakshatra. But they're going to be changing Navmansha this week. So Taurus and Taurus Ketu and Scorpio Rahu. Okay. So this is what is going to happen. And what else? I think this is what. And Mercury is going to be in Pushya Nakshatra from 1st to the 9th of July. I will be incorporating all these when I'm doing the readings, okay, for the 12 signs. Now, let me start sharing with you what exactly is the moon's condition this week. Okay. Now, moon is going to be transiting Aries sign, then goes into Aries from 1st to the 2nd morning. And from the 2nd noon, somewhere around noon, it'll enter Taurus, exaltation place on the 2nd till the 4th of evening. And then moves into Gemini sign on the 4th evening till the 6th, where Sun and Venus are together alongside moon. And then Venus moves ahead and moves into Cancer sign on 7th of July, though. And we have moon transiting through Cancer sign on the 7th of July as well. So Venus and moon will be entering the Cancer sign together this time. Okay, so this is the transit position. We are not having any much Navmansha changes apart from Rahu Ketu, which are going to be changing Navmansha from Scorpio, from Libra, Aries to Scorpio, Taurus. Okay, so let's start with the reading. And now let me tell you what exactly you should check when you're checking the readings. I know everybody is busy watching the match right now. India, South Africa match is going on. So maybe, people might not just be turning up to know the readings right now. But that's okay. For me, this is more important. Okay. So we have to see as per the ascendant, moon, and dasha sign. Now, what is the dasha sign? See, first of all, you have to see your natal chart. Suppose you are an Aquarius rising in your natal chart, in your birth chart when you were born. So after checking your natal chart, see what dasha you're in. I've already made several videos on how to check your AstroSage is a good one where you get all the detailed readings also, but it's very generic. So astrologers are using that app and making money also. So be careful. So you will have to put up your kundli, your chart like this, and you have to put in your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and you will get this chart, and you will get the dasha pattern, Vimshatari dasha. You have to check if you are, suppose, in the dasha of Mercury, and Mercury is posited in Leo sign. In your natal chart, you have to make your natal chart your base chart. Now you have to make your Mercury sign, that is a Mercury, that is Leo sign, your first house instead of Aquarius. Make Leo your first house and see where the transits are happening in the sky. So you have to superimpose. You have to rotate the chart from Aquarius to Leo, your birth chart. And then you have to see where the transits are. So from Leo, 7th house transit, Saturn is retrograding, 8th house, Rahu is there, Mars and Moon are in the 9th house, 10th house, Jupiter, 11th house, Sun and Venus, and 12th house, Mercury. So that, that is how you should check, and 2nd house is Ketu from Leo. So you have to rotate your chart here. That is how you will get to know what exactly is happening, isn't it? So that's what. And now Moon is going to be positioning these places, and this is going to be impacting you in a good way because they are transiting good places. So let's start with the reading of Aries natives first. So for Aries people, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your first, second, third, and fourth houses. And we have a very major transition, that is Rahu transiting through Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra, that is Saturn's Nakshatra. I've already done the video. We have done the Saturn retrograde video also. Please do watch. These are both merging videos, because Saturn is also going to be having an exchange between Rahu and Saturn's Nakshatra. So which is again very important from the 3rd of October. So here, Moon is going to be transiting your first house first. That is happening on the 1st till the 2nd morning, early morning. So this is the time period when you have to take care and have a check on your emotions and your aggression. You can lose cool, you can lose your temper also, you can be very emotional, but we have a Mars there. So you can go a little aggressive also. Maybe you will start something new during this time period. You want to go for some purchase of some gadget, electronic gadgets, etc. That is also quite likely. And this will give you a lot of prosperity, and maybe you will get the money which is stuck up somewhere, so you will get it. Also you can have some health issue also, that also you have to see. So that is something which is going to be the most important part here, because this is Chandramangal Yoga. It is good yoga for making financial growth, but it is not that great for health. So you have to take care of your health. You can be very aggressive, or you can be very what do you call, sexually agile during this time, because there's a lot of heat with Mars there. Mars and Moon, whenever they are together, it is sort of a Nicha Bhanga forming for each other. And it is in the Kendra. So it is a Panchamaharpurusha Ruchaka Yoga also forming. So it's good for your growth, good for your mental setup, good for your initiation of anything that you want to, good for your dignity, honor, prosperity. So make the best use of. But be careful in your in your dealing with the business proposals and business partner, or maybe your life partner. You have to be really careful. So that's something you have to be cautious about, but it is definitely good for purchasing of property, etc. as well. Then Moon is going to be starting moving towards Taurus signs second noon till the 4th evening. So here it is going to be conjunct Jupiter. It's going to be aspected by Ketu. I take Rahu Ketu aspects also. It's written in Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. You can refer to that. 100% they do that. So if they have been assigned in the planetary cabinet, so we have to see their aspects also. We cannot deny that. If they have been assigned the exaltation and debilitation places, so they do have the aspects as well. So when we are talking about their aspects here, so you can feel little uneasy. You can feel little, concerned about your finances, because Jupiter is not a planet of finance. Remember, it will give you good health. Family is going to do well. Your connection with family is going to be good. You're going to be growing spiritually. But at the same time, whenever Ketu's aspect is there on Moon, mentally you feel very anxious. Maybe you're insecure. You feel that, oh my God, I've lost a lot of money. How will I make it up? Maybe you've given some money or loan to someone and you're not able to realize that loan. Maybe you're not winning in the litigation that you have applied for, and you just feel a little uneasy there as well. All these things can happen, but still, it is not that bad with Jupiter aspect on the 6th house. So you can maybe get the loan that you have applied for, or maybe, you will get the benefit, or maybe neutralizing impact on the litigation or the court case that is going on. Overall, it's not that bad, but Moon is exalted also. It is a Gajakesari yoga for the children or the babies born during this time. So it's important to see it that way, that you're going to be growing spiritually here. And for the well-being, or for the human beings, or for the living things, it's a good thing. Okay. But not for the non-living things. So now coming to the moon's ingress in Gemini sign, where the new moon is taking place in Punarvasu Nakshatra, again, Jupiter's Nakshatra. So this is going to be the time period when your mental inclination, your ability, or, to study more, or to start something new, to communicate, or maybe, you have to apply for visa, PR, etc. So this is the time period you can go ahead with it, because moon is here. And moon being the ruler of your 4th house, this might just be a good proposal that you'll be getting for selling of your property. And if at all you have to go overseas, this is the right time. and you might just be feeling a little isolated with your siblings and neighbors. You're having maybe some tiff with them. Your partner also, you can have some complications. Your mother's health can suffer here, so you have to take care of all of that. But surely this is a good time period for making wealth when moon especially was exalted. So this week you can make good amount of money also, maybe through property, real estate issues, or maybe you're purchasing some vehicle, etc. You're changing, so you make money, so you sell your vehicle at a good price. And also, it is good for any kind of writings, communication. If you have to make any agreements, contracts, etc., you can do that as well. But whenever you are having this Lord of the Fourth transiting 12 places away, so you have to be very careful about the documentation. You have to reread them. And Mercury is, as it is transiting your Cancer sign, so you can go blind faith. You can have, okay, this person, you have a blind trust. And with this transit also, when it is happening, there's an exchange between Mercury and Moon. Whenever Mercury is in Cancer sign, Venus is in Cancer sign. So you have to see if Moon is transiting Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, then there is an exchange for 2 quarter days. So here on the 4th evening till the 6th, there's an exchange between Mercury and Moon. So this is a good exchange. You will be making very wise decisions, and it's good for your correspondence, presentations, teaching. If at all you have any kind of, signing of contracts, meetings, a meeting with your, with a special delegate. A delegation is coming over. So this is a good transit for you. This week is that way very strong for you if you have to take them out for dinner, etc. So this is a good one. For student natives, it's a very, very positive time period because the Lord of the Fifth is transiting 12 places away, 11 places away. So in case you have to go for higher studies, going away from your country for higher education and studies, so you will get through. And maybe, a fulfillment of desire also can happen. And this is a good time period for romantic association also. Maybe you will start with the romance. You will have a beautiful partner coming your way. Or maybe you're going to be making some extra effort to, go and propose that person. This is a good week for having a good physical union with your partner also. Just be careful about your health. And maybe, you're going to be having somebody you're going to be visiting in the hospital. You're just your uncle or your aunt, or maybe some near or dear one is in the hospital, and you're going to be attending to that person also. So that's what is going to be happening. And overall, it's a good picture that is forming. And for your job proposal, you for this week, you have to be a little careful about your communication with your co-workers, also with your bosses. You can go a little haywire or aggressive. So that kind of a tendency you have to be curtailing. And things are going to be really good. Rahu's transiting Saturn's nakshatra. It's a good transit for you. Maybe, you're going to be making some major important decisions during this time. And there is a possibility that you're going to be having some, some kind of meetings during this week. And you're going to be making some kind of right choices as far as your your investments is concerned. Maybe, you need to consult someone who is going to be guiding you through during this time. It's not right to just, jump into conclusions and make wrong choices and decisions, because you can go little, confused, delusion, confusion, as is going to take place. And, you have to have a discipline. You have to have a structure. You have to have restriction in whatever you do, because Rahu is transiting Saturn's nakshatra. Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 27 of the year 2027. This is from the 1st to the 7th of July, and lot many things, pious things are also happening this week. That is, we have Rahu's ingress in Saturn's nakshatra. So it is a competition between the Rahu energy and the Saturn energy, and let's see who wins. Qualities in you. I've already done the videos on Rahu's ingress in Saturn's nakshatra, Uttarabhadrapada, and I've also done the So for Taurus natives,
Saturn's
this week moon
transit
is
in
going to be
retrogression
transiting your
in
12th, 1st,
Aquarius
2nd,
sign.
and 3rd.
So please do watch
And
these two
lastly,
important
your
videos. So it is up to you
third
how you
house.
take this
So when
transit
moon
as.
is transiting
Is
your
it with the
12th
pinch of
house,
salt or is
then
it with
it
the
is
pinch
going to
of
be
sugar?
conjunct Mars.
So let's not
And
get carried
maybe some
away and
overseas
make
connectivity
decisions
happens at the workplace, you know, through the work,
confusion
or maybe
and
siblings are going
delusion way.
overseas, because
It's
the
better
Lord
that
of the
we know our
of the 12th is
limitations
forming
and
a
boundaries.
connection with the 3rd
And
house Lord.
we do
So that means
have
that there is a possibility on the
one very
1st, or
important
we can say the
event which is
2nd till
happening.
second morning,
That is
India,
new
New
moon
Delhi
in
time. All the
Punarvasu
timings are as per
Nakshatra.
India, New Delhi.
And the
So
other
maybe,
one
you know,
being
you are going to be
Ratha
meeting those
Yatra,
kinds of
Jagannath
people who
Rath
are going to
Yatra.
be
I will be explaining
the
all this
delegates
in a
or the
bit.
important investors
And we
you're
have
going to be
Venus is
communicating
ingress in
with at the
Cancer
workplace.
sign.
Maybe you're going to
So
be meeting
stay
your
tuned. I'll
partner
be sharing the
overseas also, quite
dates. I'll be
likely.
sharing
Okay.
the meaning of
And
this Ratha Yatra, the
moon
car
exalts in your
festival in
1st
Odisha.
house. So this is a good
So stay
combination, you know, which
tuned.
is
And the
happening.
new
So
moon in
fulfillment of
Punarvasu
desires
also, I
can
will
be
be
felt,
explaining a bit
especially, you
on
know, if
that.
you are communicating,
And
you're
if you
not
really
keeping
want to
things to yourself.
understand what
Speak up.
exactly,
Then
how
you will
you,
definitely get
how
all of
exactly
that.
you should
Now,
be
what is
checking the
happening? You're
transit,
going to be in that
please stay
isolation
tuned.
mode.
Before
You know,
I
when
start
moon is with
the 12
Mars in
sign
the 12th
predictions, I'll
house,
be sharing
you
how
can
to check your
spend
transit.
more time
What
on
is
the
the way
gadgets, you know, when you're
actually to check
isolated.
the
It
transit
could be that you're
positions?
making a presentation
Your
and you're
natal
just
chart is
spending
the
full
first
time,
and
you
the
know,
foremost one. It
spending
is the
in
strongest.
isolation, and you're
And
not
the
spending
dasha.
time with your
Then
friends
comes
or
the
your
transit.
family.
But remember,
You should
dasha and
just have a
transit are not
demarcation. You
event
should have
creators.
restriction. Okay, this
Also,
much
we
time I have to
see
spend with my
the
family. You have to
moon's
have
ingress and
that kind of a
interaction with all
balance.
the grahas. That is
Also,
why the weeklies are very important.
and this is good
You
for
eat
your
something in the morning and you eat
siblings'
something else in the
professional
evening.
career growth.
Why?
Also, there is a
So that
possibility
is something
that you
which, you
will come
know, like
across
when
people who
people
are going to
are
be helping
going
you,
in
your
for
older
some
siblings, your friends, your
documentation,
peers,
etc., or applying
your
for
neighbors
anything,
could
or
be
going
also,
for a
you know,
job
moving away
joining
from
date,
you. Maybe they're
etc.,
shifting out.
or
So you're very
conception,
emotional
people
about
come
that
to
as
me for
well.
Muhurta
Good time
reading.
for
How do I check?
for
I
purchasing
check the
property.
nakshatras. I check the Panchanga.
But you know, maybe an
Panchanga
old
means
kind of a
5
house or a
parts
property you
of
can
astrology,
purchase.
which is very, very important.
Second noon till the
So we
4th of
must see
evening, there's a
what
Katikesari
tithi, what
yoga for the
karan, what
babies born
yog,
during
what
this time.
nakshatra.
I
We have to
don't
see all of
consider
this,
the
and then we come to
yogas
the conclusion. And
forming
this is
in the
based on
sky,
moon's
which are going to
nakshatra,
be impacting
especially
you until unless you're in the
moon's
dasha
tithi,
of the same.
how
So
it
if you
is
are in the Jupiter
interacting with
moon dasha or
other
the moon Jupiter dasha
planets.
or
That is how
Gratantara
the
dasha,
weeklies are very
Antar
important.
so you will not
And moon will be
experience these
ingressing
kinds of
in 4
you know,
signs this week. That
yogas
is
which are
Aries,
happening in the sky
Taurus,
temporarily. So
Gemini,
2 quarter
and
days,
Cancer.
moon is going to be
So I will
transiting
be
through the
sharing with you
first
how
house
this transit of
exaltation
moon
place
in
where
all the
Jupiter is
signs
there.
is.
So it's
Do change
amplifying
your
the energies. It's
timing
really
as per
very
your
good
time
for
zone, because
your own
maybe
prosperity,
I'm
your
taking it
own
as per
um,
India New Delhi
the sound
time.
is bad.
So if at all you
How come
are
the sound
suppose
is
in New
bad?
York, so go back
Can someone
9.5
just
hours
let me know
from
if the
India
sound is
time.
not good?
So if it is morning in your place and
Oh,
moon is
really?
ingressing in the night in India,
What's happening?
that means you will start feeling the results in the morning itself. Suppose you are
Oh my
in
gosh.
Singapore, so
Really?
2.5 hours ahead of it
The sound is bad?
Singapore from India. So you have to change the clock that way.
1
If you're
second.
interested
Let
in
me
9.5
just try
hours
it out.
or,
Maybe I'll fix the camera.
exactly, you have to check yourself how the difference is. So that is why if you
Hello?
are not experiencing the results, you feel that the
Really?
transit positions are bogus and they don't impact us.
Can you hear
It's
me
not
clear,
so.
everyone, now?
Because there has to be some connectivity of
Can you
this
tell
moon
me
with
if the
your
sound
natal
is
moon
clear
or
now?
natal dasha.
Better?
Only then you will experience. But that is why I say
2
check
sounds
the dasha
working
also.
still?
So let me not talk about all this. These are extra timings, but surely I will be
Is it
sharing
okay
what
now?
exactly is happening this week, which is a very important one. That is
1 second, I'll just clear
the
it
Ratha Yatra.
for you guys.
So let me share
1
with
second.
you the screen
Sorry
again.
about this.
Okay. So new moon in Punarvasu happens on
No, still
the
there? Even
5th
now?
of July, 4:57
Is it
a.m.
2 sounds that you are
India
hearing?
time till the 6th of July, 4:50 a.m. India time. So that is very important. Then we have Ratha
Hello?
Yatra, which is in Odisha, the car festival. I'll be explaining what it is.
Hello?
That
Can you
is
hear me?
starting
Hello?
on the 7th of July. Okay.
Hello?
Now,
Hello?
let me share the Drik Panchangam,
Hello?
where it says what is the Ratha Yatra.
Hello?
So as you can see, if the screen is not sharing, please do let me know. These are all live sessions.
Even now?
So Rath
Oh my
Yatra is the
gosh, I have to
Dutiya
do the
Tithi,
video again or what?
4:26 a.m. India time, New Delhi time. You can.
Oh my gosh. It's already, I think, yes, still hearing 2 sounds. I don't know why. I fail to understand that. Oh my gosh. Microphone, speaker. Hello? Okay. Can you tell me? Your voice is audible. And is it clear now? It sounds like the beginning of the video is speaking over her current sound. It's very odd. It was good until you started with Taurus. Okay. Now you're clear. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, because then I have to redo the whole video and it is already half an hour video is gone already. So if you can tell me if it is clear now, then I'll continue. Now clear. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So for Taurus natives. Okay. So let's start again with the Taurus one. Sorry about this. If you can do the timestamps, I will be really grateful. So let's start with Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this Lauren, please hear from the now video. Okay. So for Taurus natives, this week moon is going to be in your 12th house, first house, second and third. And as Mars and moon are going to be in your 12th house, so it's good for your connectivity with your siblings. Siblings might be doing well at the workplace. They need to stay calm though, but your interference, your indulgence, or your overindulgence can hinder their growth. So you have to be really very careful about your connectivity with your people, around you. Could be your peers, could be your neighbors, could be your friends. Maybe you sometimes what happens, we just start helping others without thinking that it might just not be required by them. So be careful whenever you are going to be having that kind of connectivity with anybody. You really need to be that unsolicited, help. You have to be careful about. So it's not called for. So you have to be careful. But surely this is a good time period for, parking your funds overseas, or maybe, maybe you are going to be traveling, you're going to be spending more time, loan time. Actually, you have to be careful about what you are going through. Are you really balancing out things, with your people around you? Because what happens, we spend loan time these days, phone, gadgets, etc. Maybe you're preparing for a presentation and you're not able to spend time with your family. So that you have to balance out to start with, especially on the first and the second morning. So that's the time period, maybe you're having breakfast and, India time, as I said, morning time. So it could be your night time if you're somewhere in the West. So you need to be very careful about your connectivity with your people, and have dinner, have breakfast with them, spend time. And, instead of just focusing on your phone, we are there, but we are yet not there. So that kind of a situation can also come up. Your Mercury is well positioned and, in the third house. So you're definitely going to be communicative with your people, at least, during this whole transit of Mercury in Cancer. You can be very emotional in your communication as well. Also, moon is going to be in your first house, where the Gajakesari yoga, as we say, is going to be forming. But I don't consider this Gajakesari yoga for everyone unless you are in the dasha of Jupiter, moon, or moon, Jupiter, etc. Babies born during this time will be experiencing. So this is good for the well-being of the family. When the child is born, maybe, the child is traveling, the family is traveling, or maybe, with Jupiter moon also, there is a possibility of change of place. So that is something, or maybe going to a watery place, by the sea, by the river, you're taking a break and you're spending time. Those things happen. You can't just say that, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire, when I'm having 2 quarter days Gajakesari yoga. That will happen whenever Jupiter and moon are in the Kendra to each other. But it doesn't mean that every time they are in contact with each other, it's going to be a, win-win situation. So we have to be careful. We have to draw a line every time when we are, just looking at the transits. We have to see it with a pinch of salt and pinch of sugar as well. So now with second noon to the 4th of evening, this is going to be conjunct with Jupiter, and is going to be in Kendra to a retrograde Saturn also. So there's a lot of her workload. I've already made a video, though. You can just refer to that. There's a lot of workload which is coming your way, but it is going to speed up your process as well. But don't get trapped in that illusion, because, you might just have a superficial growth. You might just have a temporary growth, promotion, etc. And then it can be withdrawn. So all that also you have to be prepared for. Moon is going to be transiting your Gemini sign on the 4th evening till the 6th, which is the second house of yours. And here you are going to be having this Venus Sun conjunction also. And there is a new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra. So this is the time period when you will be having multiple options how to make money out of money. Or maybe, education wise, sometimes what happens, education wise, you get many options. Maybe you have to travel to 2 3 places. It could be that you're going to be spending on lot many things on this day, but it is going to be a multifaceted or multiple times or multiple things which are going to be involved here. Or maybe you're going to be, having 2 3 tasks, multitasking, as we say, when there is a Punarvasu new moon. But it is giving you an opportunity. Remember, whenever you have too many options, you have the offer to, or option to choose, pick and choose the right kind of a thing. So you have to see which is more favorable. And second house is going to be giving you a lot of precious bonds and, securities, and you're going to be connecting with your family members. You're going to be having a lot of goodness attached to this also within the family. Maybe there is a function or a homum or a spiritual kind of a or a religious ceremony which can also happen. But you're thinking about your money, your budget planning is happening, all that will happen. And this is happening on the 5th. Actually, the new moon is on the 5th. So that's what. And we have Venus transiting through your Cancer sign as well. So this is a good transit, and moon is also going to be in your, Cancer sign on the 7th. And the same day, Venus is ingressing in the Cancer sign and Mercury is already there. So you are going to be very, very communicative emotionally also. You're going to be having a lot of connectivity with those kinds of people who are going to be very emotional about their jobs, something which requires less practical and logical reasoning, rather than that more of an emotional connect. So you will come across those kinds of people. You'll be communicating, you'll be meeting, you'll be going in for some journeys with them. With your coworkers, maybe you will have that kind of connection, because from and this is also a good time period for your connection with your father, with your family members. So maybe you're going in for a candlelight dinner with your partner. Okay, that is also communication. But surely when Moon and Mars are together in the 12th house, it's said that, there is a physical relationship, intimacy that can also take place, especially on the 1st and the 2nd. You can have that kind of a relationship. And for student natives, actually, it is very good time for research. If they want to go for research work or anything to do with getting into the biomed, as we say, something which requires healing, or something, which is something related to the nitty-gritties, details, something very, very minute. So if you are into that, so that is why research, you get into depth and the details. Unless you get into that, you cannot be successful. Okay. I hope the voice is clear now. There was a glitch, so I don't know what happened. So I hope it's clear now. So yeah. Rahu is transiting through the Saturn's nakshatra, and Saturn is going to be in retrogression. It's on the 5th by that time. So this is the time period when, you will be having some kind of restriction in your finances, or maybe investments. You have to be careful. Don't fall prey to your friend circle, that your community you're moving around with. You can have some kind of, confused state of mind. Some misunderstandings with your friends can happen. So you will be having some serious friends now, not those superficial kind of friends who are there for just party and all that. No, you will have the hardcore, the important friends with you. Okay. The friends that you need. Okay. So don't worry. Everything is going to be really fine. And you will have some kind of, um, some kind of connectivity with those kinds of people. So you have to see, don't fall prey. Sometimes what happens, you just tend to fall prey to the frauds, online frauds. So this is because of Rahu in the in the 11th house or second house. So you have to be careful about these energies also. And also maybe, you will get the verdict now in your favor. Maybe there's a what do you call that? How the cyber crime. So you will be able to get that. Okay, that cleared. Okay, so that's something which is, so you'll get back your money with Saturn's ingress, Rahu's ingress in Saturn's nakshatra. All right. I hope I've covered everything. We have a Ratha Yatra. I've mentioned that Jagannath Puri Ratha Yatra. Let's worship Lord Vishnu and propitiate him. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. Yeah, that's it, I think. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. Please mention from the beginning, if at all there is a voice overlapping, so that, we don't waste time. You can write in the comment section if at all it's overlapping or there are two voices that you're hearing, mine only. So for Gemini natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. It's a very important week because Rahu is changing nakshatra, and Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Jupiter, whenever they change nakshatra, navmasha, it's a huge event. The fast moving planets do change signs, rapidly. Moon 2 quarter days, Venus and Mercury within the span of 1 month, somewhere around 25 days, 20 days. Sun 30 days. Mars, sometimes it stays for a longer duration. Sometimes it changes in 45 days. So we do see the Rahu's nakshatra, which is, very important, that Saturn's nakshatra after Mercury's nakshatra, because it moves in reverse. I've already done the video of the same. Saturn retrogression is important. Jupiter retrogression will be important as well. So now when Moon and Mars are together in your 11th house, you can have some split with some kind of argument with your with your friends. But this is a good time period for making money out of money. You will definitely be parking your funds well. You'll be, having too many avenues opening up for you for making money. Or maybe there's some gain that unexpected gain also. Maybe, you're into engineering and you just are innovative and you just do something big and you get that, you crack that. So that kind of an energy is also prevalent. You should be into donations. You can be a little more charitable during this time period, with Mars also, transiting there, being the ruler of your 11th house. This is a good time period because Mars exalts in your 8th house. So the more you give, the better your life gets. Remember, you have very few friends because Mars is your 11th house ruler. Remember. So whenever you have to see the horoscope, you should see in the 11th sign in the natural zodiac, we have Rahu and Saturn ruling that. And when Mars is also there, so it's forming a connection with Mars and with Saturn and Rahu as well. So here, Mars is looking at your 2nd house as well. So this is good for financial gains. But at the same time, with your friends, the circle that you move around in, if you want to have good friends, you should start treating them as your children. You start treating them as your younger siblings. Then things will get better. Not older siblings, but younger siblings. Things will get better. Okay. In your relationships, you have to be more nurturing kinds rather than, expecting them to nurture you, or, it's like, both ways though, but you cannot help it because it's a Martian sign. Mars is a warrior, always fighting. So what happens? Your friends just leave you because you're over blunt, maybe you're over talkative, or maybe you're very inquisitive. You are the one who is much better than them, right? So they feel insecure when they are in your presence. That is also quite likely. So that is one thing that you have to be careful about during this Mars is ingress here. Maybe you have split from a friend already. Okay, but it's good for Dhana Yoga. It is very, very good because your 2nd and the 11th Lord are forming a connection in your 11th house. So monetarily you'll be gaining, but friends-wise, you might just be on a losing side. Then Moon is going to be on the 2nd noon till the 4th evening in your 12th house with Jupiter. Now, when Jupiter and Moon are together, it is considered to be a Gajakesari yoga. It is good for, the ones who are running through the dasha of Jupiter, Moon, especially because Jupiter is in Moon's nakshatra Rohini as well. And Moon exalts here. So when we see, your expenditure part, it is going to be exponential. Maybe you'll be buying many books. You'll be downloading some courses. You'll be studying. You'll be moving. You'll be traveling. So this is the time period when you should actually learn more. And you will. You're financially growing. Maybe with your delegates, with your communication overseas, or, because the 2nd Lord is transiting your 12th. Expenditures could be there on the delegates or the investors. You're treating them, or, you're just entertaining them. So you're going to be spending. This is the time period when you can have some partner from the overseas also, because 7th Lord is in the 12th house also, not to forget. So overseas connections definitely is possible. Your income can be from the overseas lands with Jupiter in 10th Lord in the 12th. So you're going to be expanding. Maybe if you are in your domestic arena, so you might just expand your business to the overseas lands. Okay. Monetarily, you are growing. Then Moon is going to be in your 1st house. That is happening on the 4th evening till the 6th. So this is the time when you can be working on your tendencies, your personality, how you look, how you behave. You are going to be working on your honor, dignity, prosperity, and general well-being also, and the general structure of life. You will be planning all of that because there is a new moon happening in your first house. So whenever there's a new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra, it is like a new thing which is coming your way. You're very emotional, yet you're going to be really powerful. You have multiple options which are opening. The doors are opening for you. So you be receptive. Maybe, you don't even expect something and that happens. Good news comes your way from the overseas lands, or maybe, you yourself are putting that effort, in that project, and you get that success. You're a student native and you just crack that competition that you have been waiting for. You get that breakthrough. So anything which is going to be, um, uh, making you understand your own self, that kind of a situation will come up. This is also a good time period to get married. Maybe, because Venus is rising. So this is a good time period. Now, somebody asked me that why Venus is rising, even if it is at 7 degrees apart from Sun. Because Venus is going to be in different nakshatra. Venus is going to be in Punarvasu and Sun is going to be in Ardhara. In the classic text, it's mentioned clearly. Even if it is not at the 10 degrees vicinity, Venus is rising because the nakshatras are different. And Venus will be as it is moving further in the other sign also. So that is the reason Venus, when rises, the marriages start taking place. Jupiter rises, the auspicious stars start happening. Because, any kind of homum, any kind of religious ceremonies, we can't perform till the time Jupiter is risen. So Jupiter was in close vicinity till the last month, and then moved, it just rose, and then Venus also rises. So these are good things which are happening for you. So your travels will be fruitful. Your monetary gains will be there. And also Moon is going to be transiting lastly on the 7th in your second house. Very good. Because Mercury is also there. And there's an exchange, for 2 quarter days, which is forming in the new moon time. So that is also good for you because, you're communicative, you're, very receptive to your situation. You're working through your family, your financials, discussing all of that. You're being logical also at the same time. So travels are going to be fruitful as well. So all these are good energies which are flowing in the chart, right? Which are floating in the chart. It's just that Rahu energy, which is going to be in Saturn's nakshatra. So you have to be very wise now. You will be wise because now you're not in that Prince's nakshatra, that is Mercury. Now you're in Saturn's nakshatra, which is very restrictive, which is very, very strict, disciplinarian. So if you do any wrong task, or if you commit wrongly or by mistake, you will get a whack. Saturn will give you a whack. No, don't do it. So that is why, make money out of money, but in a right way, righteous way. Okay. So this is what the week looks like. And it's a beautiful week that you're heading to, with Venus also transiting your second house. Definitely very positive for your marital bliss. Also, the connectivity with people is going to be getting better. Communication is going to get better. You're going to be very emotional also about your relationships. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So please keep clearing that I'm audible and the voice is not overlapping, because these are live sessions. And I'm so sorry if some glitch happens. Please do let me know instantly because I cannot stop the video after 30 minutes, right? So what is happening in the for the Cancer signs, Moon is going to be in your 10th, 11th, 12th, and first houses this week. So it's a very beautiful transit. And this is going to be the time period when, this is the time period when you will have a lot of inclination towards making money out of money. 10th house is what, 10th house is the house of honor, dignity, prestige, and Mars is Digbali here. Mars, though, exalts in the first house, but there's there's a combination of first and the 10th houses. So your efforts would be very much recognized, especially on the first. So whatever you do, people will acknowledge at the workplace also. You're going to be very aggressive, wild, and you will be putting a lot of effort to initiate the task. So, and you will be successful. Don't worry, you will be successful. And also, this is the time period when your honor, prestige, success, status, all that is going to be maintained. People will start recognizing you, acknowledging you, your co-workers, your bosses, your seniors, everybody, are going to, whatever challenges you're coming across, you'll be able to overcome those hurdles also. Very positive. Okay. Your meetings, you're lined up with the meetings back to back. You're very busy, very, very busy on the first. So, irrespective of the start of the month, but surely this is going to be a very positive start for you. Any which ways, it's going to be very positive because Saturn is retrograde in your 8th house and Rahu is also in your 9th house in the nakshatra of Saturn, which is the ruler of your 7th and the 8th. So you're going to be making some major transformations in your life as it is, You'll be helping others. Maybe some old age home you will be joining and doing something for them. And especially, for your siblings, for your neighbors, for your friends, you will be doing a lot. You're on the giving side rather than on the receiving side. You're just doing for others. So this is the time when you will be doing all of that and you will be recognized also. It's not name and fame. Whenever Mars, the Mars is the Kuladipak, you will be the one who will be the man of the house, or you can say even if you are the female, it doesn't mean. Nowadays, the female counterparts are also the men of the house. Earlier times, the only men used to be the breadwinners. But now with Mars here, and if you are a female counterpart, you are the one who's going to be bringing food to the family, to the plate. Okay. And you will be successful because Mars is your Yoga Graha, also transiting your 10th house. This is a beautiful time period for you, and it is definitely very, very positive for you as well. Okay. And I would say that, in case you have any appointments or any workload, that you want to exhaust, you should be doing it this week. Finish it off. Then there is a Jupiter and Moon combination, which is happening from the 2nd till the 4th evening. So this is also a good transit, of course. Jupiter exalts as it is in your 1st house. And from there, Moon is also transiting its exaltation place. That is why you people have n number of friends, I would say. Many, many friends. But you waste a lot of time in talking because you have a Gemini sign. You're very curious, but you waste a lot of time in teaching others. You are those kinds who will, unsolicited advice you people give. That you have to stop. You have to stop and restrict. First restrict and then stop completely. All the more better because you're wasting your time. So what is happening? You have many friends. So you might just be having some guru-like friends now with Jupiter transiting there and Moon is also there. So you will this week meet some people who are going to be changing your life. Or maybe you will be meeting, because since Jupiter has transited, you've become very charitable. You've started to help others. You're donating. So when Moon is there, you're very emotional also at the same time because Moon exalts you. So what happens, you will be meeting old people, you'll be meeting mentors, gurus, teachers who are going to be helping you out. You're making money out of money. You're making fixed deposits, mutual funds, where short income is coming your way. Profits is there. So that kind of a situation is coming up. Or maybe you will be also, meeting those kinds of people who are going to be guiding you that way. Guru-like friends, experts. Okay. You might just be taking up courses now. You will see, okay, I'm not doing well. Something out of the box, and it's good because Rahu is transiting your 9,000 Jupiter sign, of course. So I've seen people coming to me and saying that, oh, I just started with so many courses suddenly, I never used to study. Suddenly I've started to read classical text. People will start telling you all this. If you're an astrologer, you will know what's happening. You yourself will tell me, in the comment section that, yes, Vanita, you're right. We are meeting those kinds of people who are teaching us something which is really very life lessons, as we say. Beautiful. So you're learning. And then you are having this new moon in Punarvasu, which is again Jupiter's nakshatra on the 5th. So 4th evening till the 6th, moon is going to be in your 12th house. Just restrict yourself from loose talk or, just talking unnecessarily, wasting your time and energy. Just do things which are to the point. From one point to another, you have to go. That's it. The pinpointed approach. Then you'll be successful. Don't waste your energy, time. If you're a student native, especially, you're working out, you're working on your, the competition that you're heading to, you're studying, etc. So don't waste time with your friends and gossiping, etc. No. There can be some secret enemies that you'll be overcoming this time. Maybe at the workplace or maybe at the, somebody who's not, maybe some business associates. So you will be definitely doing well in those areas. Okay. And with the female counterparts also, you have to be careful. Maybe, you're going to be overly indulgent in sexual acts. So that is also something you have to. Litigation and loans, definitely a big no-no, because you will lose. So this is not the time period to start or initiate any kind of litigation, especially till the 12th of July, when Mars is there and looking at your sixth house. Okay. And then Moon lastly will be on the 7th in your Cancer sign, and Venus also is transiting same place. Beautiful transit. It's a beautiful time period. Get married if you're single. Dating is possible. Dating a new girl, or your ex-partner can also be there if you're waiting for. Sorry, Mars is not looking at your sixth house, but Mars is looking at your fifth house. So there is there is a possibility of, because your Karagraha is looking here, so there is a possibility of a new romantic association. You might just start with romance or with the ex-partner. Ex-partner comes back. Jupiter is also looking good for progeny, childbirth. If you want to pet a dog or a cat or any kind of animal, you can. So this is what. If I forget something, please do let me know. Any kind of point that you want me to address, please do let me know, because there are so many things I see and then I just forget to mention everything. This is a good time period for research work. If you want to get into the nitty-gritties of anything, details, it's a good time period. Maintain some kind of records as to how you are, dealing with the properties. If you have multiple property, or if you have multiple, businesses, or any kind of education, you have multiple education. Sometimes you will do simultaneously so many courses or so many diploma degree courses alongside. So just keep a track. You should not just you can get overwhelmed during this time. Okay. But overall, it's a good week for you, because, from Moon sign, that is Lagna, it is a Moon's position, which matters a lot, and it is transiting at good places. So don't worry. Things are going to get better for you as regards to your relationship is concerned when Moon is in transiting your first house. If at all you're having any complications in relationship, you sort it out post 7th. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. I hope I'm audible and clear, please. Okay. And happy Jagannath Ratha Yatra, everyone. So for Leo natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. Beautiful transit again. Because Moon and Mars, your Bhagesh, your Yogkara Graha is forming a connection with your 12th Lord. That means it's a good time period if you want to travel overseas. If you want to meet someone overseas, which is going to, the one who's going to be treating you as your child, or, as a good boss. You'll be meeting your mentor, your boss, your superior, and you'll be learning something during this time. And you might be changing place, you're in that transition mode. With Saturn also retrograding, it is quite likely, with Jupiter in the Kendra as well. And Moon is also going to be transiting there, on the 2nd to the 4th evening. Good. Excellent time. See, Gajakesari Yoga is actually activated for the babies born. It is permanently there. But for the ones who have a Jupiter Dasha or a Moon Dasha or Moon Jupiter Dasha or Antarpratyanta, so you will experience these Gajakesari Yoga results even more. People say, they write in the caption, a beautiful week, Gajakesari Yoga, happy times. See, I know it is happy times, but if you are not in the Dasha, how will it activate? No? Dasha is the most important one. Where your natal Jupiter is, how your Dasha is, that's very important. You can't just straight away say that it is a beautiful week. No, it's a beautiful day. No. Because there will be some ego clashes that you can have with this Gajakesari Yoga. Remember, Jupiter and Moon, if you have read mythological tales, I will not say mythological tales, but our Vedic tales, you will know that they fight tooth and nail. They are bitter enemies. Why? Because Moon abducted Tara, wife of Jupiter, isn't it? And Buddha was born. That is, Mercury was born. So Mercury is illegitimate child of Jupiter. So how can Moon and Jupiter be friendly with each other when they're together? So they are not good together for what? For financial growth, for mental setup. People will, it is good for your health, but for your mental health, it is not. You will not be able to make, if you think that, financially will grow, people say it's not possible, because they are not good friends. They're not with each other. Nesargic, natural friends, as we say. They're not. So when Moon and Jupiter are together in the Kendra, in the Taurus sign, it is going to be a good time period for your, completion of the task at the workplace. Your mentors will be, or your superiors will appreciate you. It's that kind of a time period where, you will feel that inner satisfaction. Oh, I did this. The knowledge will enhance. The knowledge is like, fluid, very fluid. So it's good for finishing the tasks and doing things which are going to be giving you that growth also. So this is that way growth, as in like mental emotional growth. Then Moon is going to be in your 11th house, and we have a full new moon happening in Punarvasu nakshatra, which is Jupiter's nakshatra. So this is a good time period to start something new. Maybe you're going to be having a lot of expenditures on things which you never thought of, because the um, Lord of the 12th is going to be transiting your 11th house. So this is where, you can have complications with your, with your friends. Maybe you're spending a lot of money on your friends also. There's exit there. But for investments, you have to be cautious. With female counterparts, you have to be a little careful during this time. But overall, it is going to be giving you that bonding, ultimate bonding. And you will know what is how you have to communicate with your friends, because you have learned your lesson. You know what is happening, and you will be very creative, very, very creative. Maybe you are a poet yourself. You're drawing something, you're painting something, you're in that music, dance, drama, that's something which is also possible. And also uh, some expenditures on the gadgets, on books, can be done also, especially on the 7th. You might just be downloading something which is you are purchasing online. So, but enhancing of your knowledge is also quite there. Okay. Jupiter, Rahu is going to be transiting Saturn's nakshatra, not to forget, in the 8th house. So this is going to be changing things towards better, because you'll be able to repay your loans, you'll be able to quit your karma, like as we say, you'll be meeting those kinds of people now with whom you have a lot of karma, Rinanu Bandhan. So you'll be quitting the karma. You will know why I met this person, you will say. And it could be that, in relationship, you will be getting some relief, some clarity as to what, your chemistry and bonding is, whether you should take it up or you should just stop, you should restrict. That is something which you have to take care. You have to decide now. That clarity you will get. Okay. And it's a good time period for student natives also. Students will be moving overseas, because Rahu is in the 4th house. 4th place is away from the 5th. That is your children's house, right? So from the 5th, it is the 4th. So children are going away. 8th house has to form a connectivity, remember. And here, you might just switch your subjects also. Your subjects, you'll be changing. Subjects, like as in you're doing maybe humanities and you take up science or commerce. Okay. Major, minor, whatever. Okay. You'll be changing, switching. And what else? What else? Venus is going to be changing signs, and Mercury, Venus, and Moon will be together in the 12th house on the 7th. So this is the time, when you will be really, it's good for travels, to maybe taking up some kind of vacation. Overseas investors, you might be pumping in money, and it's good for your financial growth, and your growth at the workplace. There's a rise. All right. So that's what. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. 8th house transit people read actually, because it is something which is considered to be little uneasy transit for Moon, because Moon debilitates in the natural zodiac in the 8th house. And Mars is there, so there is a Nicha Bhanga in a way, because Mars and Moon together in the 8th house is cancelling the Mars's negative impact. So you will be making money out of money now. You will know which way to go. In case you are having some ideas, now you'll be able to make the best use of those ideas, because this is the house where you get imaginative also. This is the house of transformation, regeneration. And that is why it is the house of death. Death means something has to end to start with something else, isn't it? There's a transition which is happening. So now you're going to be getting that clarity also. See, for Virgo ascendants or Gemini ascendants, Mars is the bitter enemy. Remember, when Mars is the bitter enemy going to the bitter house, so it is minus, minus, plus. So you will be very enthusiastic. You will be doing things for yourself at the workplace. You will get a lot many opportunities also. Something like, handling other people's money. You're handling somebody else's account now, and you're going to be really doing it very meticulously. So this is something which you have to check. You have to read between lines. Whatever I'm saying is not going to be matching up 100% with yours, but there has to be something close to it. Maybe you're going to be very much into healing, potions, tinctures. You're going to be making all of that. You're thinking about real estate, joining some real estate organization. Okay. Thinking about other people's money, how you can make money out of money, insurance, tax. You're going to be paying taxes. All that is going to be also part of it. It's part of the game. And also, being the ruler of your 11th house, moon is going to be transitioning the 10th house, 10 places away from there. So it's a beautiful time period for your personal growth and your friends' growth also. How, you're going to be having, you're in sync with your friends, your circle that you move around in. Take the help of the experts. You might just win a lottery. I'm not saying that it's going to be this. So don't buy, I'm totally against all of this speculation and all. So just be careful. But I do get people who ask me, these numbers and all that. So I just try to help them out. It just happens. Okay. Anyhow, so now what is happening? Moon is going to be slowly inching towards your 9th house. On the first, it was in the 8th. And then comes the 9th house reading. That is on the second, third, fourth evening. Till then, it is going to be in your 9th house. This is a beautiful time period. As it is, Jupiter is looking at your Lagna, Ketu is there. So you're going to be very spiritual. Maybe, there is some kind of spiritual or a religious ceremony which is going to take place. You go to church, Gurdwara, mosque, or a temple or a shrine. You're going to be visiting. Or maybe you'll be going to your guru. You're going to be meeting in the ashram, the guru in the ashram. You're going to that place. Or you're going to be taking Diksha. You're going to be going to a place which is closer to the sea, river, etc. A water body is there. You're going to be taking a break. So that is something which happens. See, you must also understand, I always say that Gajakesari Yoga, Gajakesari Yoga, Gajakesari Yoga, people just keep on talking about it. Do you really understand what are these yogas? Until and unless these are the temporary yogas, if you're born with it, it's going to work. But when they are in the transit, they're not going to impact you that intensely until unless you're in the dasha of the same. If you're in the dasha of Jupiter, you're in the dasha of moon, then I will say that yes, Gajakesari Yoga is going to work for you in your favor. In the 9th house, you'll buy books, you'll read scriptures, you'll meet your gurus, you'll find your guru. All that can happen. But when you say that, it is non-Jupiter and moon dasha people, so you will just tell me, Vanita, it didn't happen because you're not in the dasha. Gajakesari Yoga is not going to work, isn't it? That's how astrology works. You can't just blindly follow those kinds of people, those jokers. I call them jokers, who are just doing the predictions left, right, and center, and don't even know the meaning of Gajakesari Yoga till now. So learn, educate yourself. My audience is very intelligent. They will not go here and there. They will come back again to my channel, and they will come back for reading to me also again and again, because they know that, first of all, I put a lot of effort in all these videos. I just don't do superficial reading. I cannot do it. I see all the houses and then I see how it is. I'm not praising myself. I don't have to. I have to prove myself. I don't have to prove myself that I'm great, but I will prove myself when I'm doing the readings and when it matches. My work should speak. So what is happening when Gajakesari Yoga, so-called Gajakesari Yoga, when is born for the babies born during this time, it's going to really work for them. Okay. Maybe they're going to be traveling. They're going to be having some religious ceremony at their home when they're born, before to that. Something like that, that's the reading, how it goes. So you will be very spiritual. You will meet your gurus. It is about your financial growth also. Financial growth doesn't happen, until unless I can assure you, you have to be very, very pious and spiritual. Don't harm anybody. You have to be clear-hearted. The money flow follows. I'm going left, right, and center. I'm getting left, right, and center Vastu assignments. I felt sick because of that, because I couldn't say a no. I was not greedy, but somebody who's in need, I have to say a yes, right? So you people have to have that clear heart. Don't commit anything to anyone where you break the commitment and then it just backfires. So do good, good comes to you for sure. Now, with with moon transiting your Gemini sign, that is on the 4th evening to the 6th, there is on the 5th itself, there is a new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter. It's a beautiful time period. You can purchase property, you can get married, you can have a relationship, you can have a beautiful, workplace environment with female counterparts, with the authorities also, because Sun and Moon are together, right? 11th house Lord is in the 10th house. It's a good yoga. So you will be doing well. You'll be learning more. Maybe your friends will be teaching, your co-workers will be teaching you. They'll be guiding you. They'll become your mentors. And that's where, you rise and shine. Maybe your friends are moving away from you because it's the 12th house moon, a lot of the 11th and the 12th places away. So maybe your friends are going overseas. They're traveling for 2 quarter days, 3 days. Travels do happen, moon is a traveler. That is why it's the swiftest, right? So it depends where moon is. When moon is combust, it's a new moon time, right? When moon is combust, your mind, that is why, it gets weak. If at all you have a weak moon in your natal chart, you're anxious, you don't like to eat more, you drink a lot of, fluids, and you don't satiate. Also with mother, you're not having good relationship. Mother is sick. So all these are indicative of weak moon. You're mentally not strong. You're insecure, fear, possessive. All those negative emotions, when there is weak moon, these all happen in the horoscope if you have that. So when moon is combust, you will experience all these fears, insecurities at the workplace. Maybe the authorities will tell you you have to do all this work in this timeline. So you get little uneasy during this time period. So you have to stay calm. This shall also pass. It's just for approximately 24 hours. This new moon is going to be there. Then moon moves ahead. So at 20 degrees or minutes, 11 minutes, moon and sun will be conjunct together. And then moon moves ahead. So when moon moves ahead, it is going to be moving towards shining. Okay. It is now going to get the power of the sun because it crosses sun, no? So that means sun has emitted the energies to moon. So then you shine, then you start rising. That is the phenomena, no? That is why moon starts waning when it crosses sun, because he's taken that energy from the sun. That is why it is called the king and the queen. The queen is going to be feeling good when it meets with the king, right? So you will be feeling a little better gradually. And on the 7th, when Venus also transits your 11th house, Mercury is already there, your Lagnesh is in the 11th house. Now you will start making money out of money. You will regain in the mental state and you will feel better. You will connect with your friends. You will party. You will do creative things. You will be very emotional about your relationships. You will do for others. Maybe we'll go to a place where you will donate to the girl child some stationery items, dresses, clothes, something like that, to make them happy. They will be happy. Eye medicines you can donate. Venus is there. Venus is eyes. Venus is vision. So you should do that. Lagnesh is in the 11th house. Make the best use of this time period. Don't be emotional. Don't be a fool. I am an emotional fool. That's a separate story altogether. I call myself emotional fool, but I'm happy with that. Because, whenever there is a reading for 40 minutes, I take it up to 1 hour. And my team says, why you do so much, ma'am? You get tired. That's okay. So I think today I am talking too good about myself. Maybe there's some moon is transiting somewhere, self-praising. But it's something which is very unintentional. I don't have to boast in front. So this is the week where Rahu is also turning, into moving into or retrograding. Rahu is ever retrograde, is going to be moving into Saturn's nakshatra. So that is also good for It is good for progeny. It is good for growth. It is good for marriage. It's good for business proposals, overseas connections, travels. So this is I think, a very good week for you as compared to others, right? Coming to the next one, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your, please, I request you all to comment in the comment section once the video is uploaded, and do write uh, and give me the feedback. Even if it is a negative feedback, you're most welcome. I never ever feel bad. Believe you in me, I treat everyone as my children. I feel they're kids, they're children, they're learning astrology. I feel that if you are, you should clear your doubts. If you feel that the reading is negative, please tell me. It's okay, because there has to be a pinch of sugar and salt both. I cannot sugarcoat only. So if you have any kind of feedback to share, it will be helping others also, actually. Okay. Please do write. Anonymously also will do. Okay. But I must get the feedbacks. Do write in the comment section what all happened. So that I can improvise. And if you want to introduce something else, some part of life which is missing, you want me to mention, I will. Right now also, if you tell me, I can mention that. Okay. So now this Libra people, moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses this week. On the 1st, it's going to be conjunct Mars, which is the ruler of your 7th house. Moon is going to be there. It's very positive for you if at all you are going to initiate some new job, new assignment, travels, etc. It is good. Connection with your siblings is going to be very emotional kinds during this time. Very positive for completion of the task. You have been feeling that things are very slow, so suddenly you will feel that everything has gotten expedited. Everything is speeding up. Your tasks are completing, your research work, your papers, etc. You're going to be completing. And your partner can get a little aggressive though, but you will be emotional and you will reconcile. Now, Rahu is also transiting, not to forget, on the 5th of July, Saturn's nakshatra, Yoga Grahas nakshatra. How bad it could be? No. How could it do bad to you? It is going to be really giving you very beautiful results, because it is in the Yoga Graha Saturn's nakshatra. So it will give you good growth in your profession, connection with the overseas people. Any kind of competition, if you're appearing for, it is going to give you success there. Don't get carried away in the confusion, like some people will come and tell you, do this, you will do that. Some people will tell you, do that, you will go there, that side also. So it's overwhelming, no? It's pretty much overwhelming. So you have to draw a line. Don't follow everyone blindly. This is the house of Rogarena Ripu. That means diseases, debts, enemies, hidden enemies. But when it transits through the Saturn's nakshatra, you're going to be getting that opportunity to quit your karma, to quit, the loans. You can pay off your loans, work out, slim down, eat right. Rahu is the main entrance. That is why Rahu is the main door. Main is the food mouth, and Ketu is the exit. So if at all you're having some kind of hidden enemies, you will get to know who's who. So you will break free, you break away from those people as well. Okay. And then moon moves into your 8th house. Jupiter is waiting there. Good timing, very good timing, because your 10th lord is going to be in the 8th house. 10th lord in the 8th house, 11 places away. So good for research work. Very good for your, connection with your bosses. It's good for handling someone else's accounts, someone else's money. If you're a accountant or you're into finance, etc., you know how you actually look at the different accounts of different people. So you might just be taking care of all those things as well, or you'll be multitasking, because it's Jupiter. It's a huge expansive graha. And please, I have mentioned many times that the Gajakesari yoga or any Pancha Mahapurusha yoga, because you have a Pancha Mahapurusha Ruchaka yoga also forming, but it is actually applicable for the babies born during this time. And if it is your Mars Dasha, then Ruchaka yoga will form. If you have Moon Dasha, then it will work. Moon, Mars, Moon, or Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Jupiter, Moon, when there is a Gajakesari yoga in your 8th house. So it is good. It is good for understanding your people around you. So it is for living beings. It is good for your health. Jupiter transit in your 8th house is good for your health. but it is not good for your financials. Jupiter in Taurus sign is very good any which ways for finances. But you know what? It is a Venus's sign after all. Venus and Jupiter are not friends. Remember, when Jupiter is in your eighth house, it is a negative graha going to the unfriendly graha going to the eighth house. So it nullifies the impact of the unfriendliness. So you might just have too many things to handle. You might have multiple tasks. Maybe you're going to be having two jobs to handle. You're doing one mainstream, one business, or the fallback arrangement is there. Or maybe you're doing research simultaneously when you're working. Could be because 10th Lord is in the 8th house transiting. And also, when moon is moving into the 9th house on the 4th evening till the 6th. Now, this is the time when we have a new moon on the 5th in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and then moon moves forward. So this is a good time period to meet your guru, your mentor, your bosses, your seniors, because it is 12 places away. So it is going to be giving you some losses as, in the workplace. Maybe you have not been able to complete your tasks because it is in the 9th house. But sun is also there in a friendly zone. So the authority, you will get the support from the authorities also at the same time. But there will be too much of workload, and you will be able to finish some and something will be left. So this new moon is going to change things. But when moon moves ahead of sun after 20 degrees, then things will start getting better for you. Okay. On the 5th, 5th to the 6th, so 6th morning, you will start feeling better. Okay. So night for the ones who are in the west towards US, night time for you guys. If it is morning time in India. Okay. If at all. Yeah, it is actually. The new moon is taking place in your this thing. Okay, somebody is saying that Libra ascendant, very confused about my job, not happy about the job. What should I do, ma'am? See, you have this confusion just because Rahu is looking at your 10th house. Okay. And whenever, Rahu, wherever Rahu casts his impact, for financials also, because it's looking at your second house. So the watery signs are getting impacted. So mentally you're confused. It is impacting your mental health. But at the same time, it will give you a lot of wealth also. It will give you a lot of wealth. So ultimately, it has to. Once it goes into your Yokara Grahas Nakshatra from the 5th of July, you will find that you are getting breakthroughs. You will mellow down. Don't worry. You will get a little better. Financially, you will get better. I cannot say mentally how you will be, but financially, you'll do well. Don't worry about it. Okay. Rajshri, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Now, with moon transiting your 10th house on the 7th of July and Venus also ingressing there. So your Lagnesh is going to be after the luck house. It is going to be conjunct luck lord. That is Mercury. So again, multitasking. Female counterparts, you'll be connecting more, communicating more. You'll be getting that kind of help also, working behind the scenes. It could be that you're very emotional about your job. You're looking for a promotion. Maybe, you're going to be discussing all of that. Now, moon is moving ahead of sun. So the sun has emitted its energy to moon. 11th Lord has emitted. So it is going to be very positive, your connectivity with your bosses, seniors, etc. You're going to be doing well. And Venus, your Lagnesh is also going to be transiting your 10th house. What else you want? So it is going to be very, very powerful transit in the Kendra, which is happening. You are going to be, and even if Saturn is there in retrograde, your Yokara Graha, it is moving towards your 4th house. Not to forget that. So it is positive. So don't let go of the opportunities you're getting. Complete the tasks. Don't leave your tasks. Any kind of connection with your partner, with your ex-partner, that can also happen for progeny purpose. Maybe your children are going to be going overseas. Children are going to be doing well. Competition success is evident. But you will be doing something unconventional for sure. You'll be changing your subjects. If you're a student, you will be changing your stream from one stream to another. But luck is by your side. Remember, luck is by your side. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. Okay. So sixth house transit means you have to work out. First of all, you have to get into the organized form of working. You cannot just go haywire haphazardly. You have to draw a, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. That routine, that is something, which you have to start from now. Lagnesh is in the sixth house, no? So your health, you have to take care. So until unless you sweat it out, until unless you work out, you will not be gaining that kind of energy, that kind of success also, especially for the Scorpio natives, for Aries natives, for the ones who have a predominant Mars, exalted Mars, or Saturn. You need to really work out, because you people have a tendency to have osteoporosis, arthritis, where Saturn is also looking at your sixth house, not to forget. So until unless you sweat it out, Saturn doesn't like it. Saturn wants you to just sweat it out. Your energies should be channelized. Okay. So you need to work out. And also, this is the time when, you can pet a dog or a cat or an animal, and any kind of litigation, loans, etc. You want to repay, you can. Litigation success also comes your way if you're already in the court of law. So this is going to be in your favor, especially on the first. Second moon to the second noon to the fourth evening moon is going to be in your Kendra with Jupiter and Saturn. See, now what is happening? There's a Sasya Yoga also forming for the babies born during this time. So if you are in the Dasha of Saturn, if you are in the Dasha of Jupiter, if you are in the Dasha of Moon, only then you will experience these kinds of yogas which are forming in the sky. Now, Jupiter, Moon are going to be, Moon is Ucha. Moon is going to be exalted, here on the second to the fourth. So this is the time when you can have good relationship with your partner. Maybe your partner is going to get a little spiritual, going to be meeting their mentor, etc. Or maybe you yourself are going to be traveling overseas, because this is the seventh house of travel as well. So maybe you're going to be meeting your mentor or a guru or a teacher or some kind of religious ceremony you're going to be attending, and you're going to be wearing good new clothes, clean clothes. It's not necessarily jazzy clothes, but very neat and clean, iron clothes you'll be wearing on this day. So this is a good transit, but it is good, even better, if you have a Jupiter Dasha, Mars Antardasha, or Moon Dasha, Antardasha of Jupiter. So this is going to be a better period for you. Okay. And if you are looking for a partner, you will get one. This is also the time period when you can have a physical relationship, intimate relationship also with your partner. And it is going to be a very spiritual kind of an intimate relationship. You're going to be having that kind of a mental connect with that person, because you're heading to a moon's combustion also. That is a new moon, which is in your eighth house. So sun, moon, and Venus are going to be in your eighth house. So this is going to be the time period when you will be multitasking. You will have lot many connections now, maybe with your because of your father, or maybe because of your people around you, who your friends, or maybe your bosses are going to be giving you new assignments. You have a lot of workload now, but you are going to be getting into depth in the detail of the work now. If you are into that already, so you'll be successful for sure. Maybe research, PhD, or anything to do with insurance, or handling somebody else's money. So all that is good, especially after the 20 degrees, on the 6th, when sun and moon are together at the same degrees and moon crosses the sun's degrees, you will start feeling better, because then moon is moving ahead, no? So moon is going to be in your, moving towards the ninth house, its own zone. So it is going to be making you more emotional connect with the people around you, with your father, especially guru, father-like figures. You'll be having that emotional bondage. Maybe you're going to be writing something which is very emotional, because Mercury is also there. You might just write some poetry, or maybe you'll be very artistic. Moon is actually the Moon and Venus conjunction, and even Venus is going to be in your ninth house. So you become very artistic. Whenever we talk about any artist who's very poetic, rhythmic, so we say that it is Moon and Venus's combination, because Moon exalts in Venus's sign, remember. So this is going to be moon sign where moon is transiting. So you can be very emotional. There is some religious ceremony that you're going to be attending or doing at your performing at your place. You're going to be reading lot many scriptures, books, publishing, writing skills. You're going to be enhancing. You're looking at the bigger picture now. You're traveling. See, when we travel, what happens? We learn a lot. Confining yourself in one place is not going to help you until unless you look at the world, what's happening around you. It's somebody wrote that these readings are only for 50s and 60s people. How? I've seen the world. I don't consider myself 50 plus. I consider myself at the age of 20s. I meet those kinds of people, children who are in their 20s, and I become them. So you need to actually, have a broader perspective. So when Moon and Mercury and Venus are forming a connection in your ninth house, you will meet a potential partner. You suddenly will realize that your friends are becoming very compatible with you. They're going to be talking to you. So they're growing also, and you're also growing, right? So it's good. Somebody is asking, does the moon in this case gets affliction from sun? Okay. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Somebody will comment that why you're taking up questions when you're doing the readings. But see, whenever sun and moon are forming a connection, remember, moon gets combust when it's closer to sun, and moon is full when it is right opposite sun. It is not affliction. Moon derives his light from sun. How can it be an affliction? So there is a always remember, after moon sign comes sun sign. So there is always a yoga for the trinal and the, see, if you talk about Aries people, it's the fourth and the fifth lord. For Scorpio people, it is the ninth and the 10th lord. So it's like a yokara grahas, these two are yokara grahas. So they become very, very powerful. And when they are together, it's a very powerful yoga which is forming, right? So you will definitely be doing well in your financials. You will be doing well at the place of work with the authorities. You do well. Your authorities will acknowledge you. So this is something which is very positive. Rahu is going to be in Saturn's nakshatra, Uttara Bhadrapada, from the 5th of July. Again, a very positive transit for you because Rahu is moving into Saturn's nakshatra, which is the ruler of your 4th house. So good for your education purpose, good for your childbirth, progeny, conception. And Jupiter's sign, after all, Jupiter is in dignity, in the 7th house. So you will do well. 7th house is not considered to be a good placement for Jupiter any which ways in relationship, in marriage. But for childbirth, it is good. Okay. Coming to the next sign, I hope I've done everything, not missed out on anything. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. Now, sorry. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. Okay. I don't know. I saw the 9th sign and I started to say, sorry, pardon me. So moon is going to be in your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses this week. See, moon's transit is considered to be good in some places. Okay. Not all. So 6th house is one of those. 5th house, moon becomes little restless because it's the house of intellect. And in the natural zodiac is the house of sun. So what happens? It becomes very emotionally fiery with Mars also there in Mars's sign. So you have the tendency to become little aggressive this time. Or maybe your children are becoming little aggressive. You are emotional, but you expect the children to be understanding. So you need to have that kind of a bonding also. You need to put little extra effort, and talk to them on the first, especially. So this will help you have a good bondage with them as well. Good bonding with them, sorry, as well. Okay. And this is the time when you can have a small, short argument with your partner and you can just take a break from each other. That can also happen with Mars's energy, here. And moon is not too happy here. So it's okay. Some places are good, some places aren't. So it happens. Mixed results, right? So moon doesn't do well in the 8th house. Moon doesn't do well in the 10th house. Why? Because moon loses the Digbala, right? So moon in your 6th house transit happens from the 2nd to the 4th evening. So that's the time period when moon is doing well with Jupiter. So this is the time when you can have some, your connection with the office colleagues. You're going to be discussing some, some kind of meetings. There's a lot of work to finish. So you are going to be on your toes. But remember, Jupiter is not the planet. Jupiter is a preacher. Jupiter is a teacher. Jupiter is knowledge. So you might just be a leader now. You don't want others to, you don't want to follow others, but you want others to follow you, right? So Jupiter is ego also. Teachers have the big bloated ego. Remember, most all the teachers, if you say something, you ask something, they will just mellow you down. They will just snub you. That is what is a symptom, the major symptom of a bad Jupiter in the chart. Nose. Your nose is twisted. Retrograde Jupiter. If you can't smell properly, you have sinusitis. So bad Jupiter. These are all indications. So that is why, hear all the readings so that you get to know, learn astrology if you're learning astrology. So when Jupiter is in Taurus sign, moon is also there, moon is exalted there. So this will give you a lot of workload. You will be working out also. Maybe, your Jupiter and moon together gives you inclination to have sweets. So you need to sweat it out equally. Okay. And 11 places away. So that means there will be bigger chronic disease that you can have, bigger pains you can have. Jupiter gives bigger enemies in the 6th house, but you will be able to combat them. Makes you very cordial. So you'll be able to pay off your loans. If you've taken some money from someone, you'll be able to pay. And if at all you have to, Jupiter here will give you a lot of knowledge also. Okay, knowledge about your investments, getting into details of everything, routine tasks. You'll be actually meticulously designing everything, planning everything, because Lagnesh in the 6th house. So you will be very careful about your health also. You should be actually, if you're not. Okay. And then moon moves into your 7th house. And that's happening on the 4th evening to the 6th. So here we have a new moon happening on the 5th to the 6th in Puravasu Nakshatra, which is your Lagnesh's Nakshatra, and Lagnesh is in the 6th house. So you need to take care of your relationship also during this time. There can be some ego clash which can happen with your partner. So you need to be careful about that. But it will make your partner very authoritative, very emotional at the same time. And your connect with your partner is going to improve gradually. Some overseas connections happen, travels will happen. You might just be making some kind of investments on your partner, some kind of insurance you'll be purchasing, taxes you'll be repaying. Okay. So all that is good for you. And then moon moves into your Cancer sign on the 7th alongside. Venus also moves into your, 8th house, with Mercury also being there. And moon is the ruler of your 8th house. So this will give you a lot of challenges in combating your emotional front. You can be very overly emotional about your finances, about your health, about your connection with the people. It's a transformative energy. Remember, 8th house is a transformative energy, though it is moon sign, but you can become very uneasy because of that. You can become very suddenly, you'll be worrisome. You can have possessive, you can have some kind of restrictions in your thought process. You have to be broad-minded, not that orthodox approach. You have to think out of the box if you really want to do well. You can't just be in that traditional way. You have to leave it and move ahead, move on. Okay. Especially on the 7th, Venus is the lord of the 6th. One sec. Venus, the lord of your 6th, is transiting your 8th house with the 8th lord. So it will give you some kind of turmoil, no? It has to give you that tug of war. So pay your insurance, pay your debts, pay your loans on time. If you have taken some money from someone, pay it. Don't have malintentions. If you want to write something, some scandals can also happen, You have to be careful. Some hidden relationship might just come into limelight with moon transiting your 8th house. You might just get carried away in emotions and you can confess. And then there is problem. So all that you have to plan as well as, okay. And this is a good time period for writing and publishing also. Be a poet yourself. music, dance, drama. Children will be doing well. Student natives will be really doing well in their subjects that they've opted for, especially the medical nursing stream. Okay. Venus is Sanjeevani also, not to forget. Okay, medical. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. So Capricorn is a sign where Mars exalts, not to forget that. Okay. Capricorn is a sign where Mars exalts and Mars is transiting your Kendra. Beautiful time period. Mars is forming a Ruchaka yoga for the babies who are born during this time. If at all you're in the Dasha of Moon, if you are in the Dasha of Mars, I keep explaining, only then these yogas will work. They are the temporary yoga. If you have it in your chart, in your birth chart, then it is good. It is going to impact, it is going to activate it. But if you don't have it in your chart, this kind of a Panchamahaparusha yoga, it will not happen. It will not work this way. My readings will go bad. My predictions will go wrong. Okay. So when Moon is going to be transiting your fourth house on the first and the second, till the second morning. So you might just be making major decisions as regards to your home, family. Maybe you're changing, you're shifting, you're doing some renovation work, purchasing of property, signing of agreements. This might be the time period when you are thinking about changing of job. You can have a good connection, or your partner can have a good connection with the seniors and the bosses and can have promotion also. It's a very beautiful time period, whenever there is Mars is ingress in these kind of signs, because Mars exalts in your Capricorn sign. So you people are naturally warriors. Struggles come your way. Too many struggles you have to go through in life. I've seen Capricorn people go through a lot. And the Yogkara Graha is Venus, which is going to be in the Kendra also, which is definitely very positive, which is happening. I'll just explain in a bit. Then Moon transits your fifth house. That's happening on the second noon till the fourth evening, 4th of July. So this is the time period when you will have this Jupiter forming a connection with Moon, and Ketu is also in trine. So you can have some complications with your children. Maybe children are moving away from you and you're very emotional, because Jupiter, being the ruler of your 12th house, is transiting your fifth. So maybe, losses through the children, expenditure on children might increase. Okay. But at the same time, it's good for progeny, for childbirth. You might just have, some mantra siddhi, or maybe you will meet some mentor or a guru and you will start taking diksha from them. Please Google these words. These are Sanskrit words. So this will help you understand Diksha. So this is Mantra Siddhi, as we say. So Mantra Siddhi is a very beautiful phenomena, which is not actually stressed upon too much. Suppose you master a chant, doing it for over 1,25,000 times. You master it. So that is Mantra Siddhi. That means you have that power in you. You have chanted it so many times, you've mastered the chant, and now you can donate it. That is Diksha. You can donate it to others. And when you donate, you actually become, it's a very, very responsible job. So you have to be very careful when the mantra ucharan, the recitation of the mantra has to be really clear, has to be very, very meticulously done. So we have restrictions which people don't follow. Do this chant, do that chant, do this remedy, do that remedy. The quickness, quick bit, that is something. People are doing Vishnu Sahasranam online, I've seen. And they are just selling like hotcakes. Why? Because people are blindly following. They don't know the gravity of these mantras. Youngsters are doing it. They're befooling, actually. I really pity those people who are following. So many views they give. And I'm not watching all these videos. People tell me that we are doing this, ma'am, when they come for the readings, they book the readings with me. And they tell me, I am shocked where this astrology is going. Very sad. It is very, very sad. Mantra Siddhi is not that easy. Some guru has to be there who has to donate you the chant. There's a process. Earlier times, we never used to do the chants. Only the priest used to come home and perform those chants. We are not supposed to, because we don't know the recitation. None of the people on this earth, on this planet, knows the right kind of mantra ucharan, because they have energies. So when when we had priests, I don't know, I just deviated from this reading, but this is required. So what happened, people actually lost, the kind of recitation it used to be, the actual recitation. They lost in the due course. If we are saying swaha, we are not saying it properly also at times. For example, we are not closing the chants, Om and lastly Om. We don't close it. If it's starting with Om, we have to close it with that. If we are doing 3 akshara, we have to do it 4 akshara, we have to do it 5 akshara. There are aksharas, they're letters. So we have to be very careful. Please stop doing the mantras with, see, you faith can move mountains. I believe that. You are, even if going to say, I'm the best, start saying that. Stand in front of the mirror and start saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. First, first few days, you will find it very funny. You might just find that, what am I doing? This is all a gimmick. But gradually it will become your habit, and you will start experiencing and feeling the bestness in you, the bestest thing in you. You will start experiencing the potential in you. So please, the mantra, instead of reciting those big chants, just say, I'm the best, I'm happy. I'm the best, I'm happy. I'm the best, I'm happy. This is a mantra. This will move mountains. And I can assure you, this is the best mantra. Okay, rather than falling prey to those, because we are not supposed to do the mantras like this. We are not. There are rules, there are ways. Okay, anyways, sorry for explaining all this and taking your time. Now moving into the reading. Now Jupiter is in your 5th house, mantra siddhi. That's how it started. When moon moves into here, so it is good for financial growth, good for investments, good for your well-being, your own well-being and your children's well-being also. You can send them off to the university or any kind of hostel, or for further education, boarding school, etc. You can send them off. But expenditures are definitely going to be rising. And it's good for your partner's growth also, wish fulfillment. Okay, good friendships might just come up. You'll make good friends. Moon is going to be in your 6th house, and that's happening from the 4th evening till the 6th. So now this is the time period where you will, yeah, I'll tell you. So now what is happening here? There is a new moon in your 6th house, and 6th house energy, is a very strong energy, because 6th house is the house of, what do you call, competition, others as in, like, what exactly is your potential, how much effort you can. It's a house of productivity actually. So when moon and sun are forming a connection here in your 6th house, it is going to be giving you a lot of courage. Now you are not that fearful, or the subdued kind of a personality, and you will start regaining strength. You will start regaining the strength that you have lost, and it will give you a lot of productivity. You're going to be doing things, channelizing your energy well, and you're going to be gaining strength also in the other areas of life. Repayment of loans, competition, working out, losing weight if you have gained, eating right kind of foods. So this is going to be a very positive time, and Venus and Moon are going to be together moving into your 7th house on the 7th. And this will give you a lot of avenues opening your way at the workplace. This is the time when your connection with your partner is going to improve. You're going to get married if you are unmarried. You're going to be meeting right kind of people. You're going to be doing some religious ceremonies. You're going to be poetic. You're going to be very creative. You can travel. You can make money out of money. Business can start. Mercury is also there, not to forget. So maybe something to do with, aesthetics, arts, female jewelry, fashion, all that you can get involved in, either or. So moon is also about liquids. So you can get into some kind of business related to liquids, tinctures, potions, herbal medicines. If you are into nursing, you'll be doing well. Good for having a union, physical union with your partner. Okay. So these are what, how you see, very simple, yet let's keep it simple, not complicate things. Rahu is going to be in Saturn's nakshatra from the 5th of July. Again, very positive, because Saturn is your Lagnesh after all. So you will have a lot of avenues opening for you, travels, preparation for your competition. You'll become successful, overseas journeys, getting that kind of strength now to make money out of money. You're not restricting yourself. You want to explore all sorts of avenues and multitasking also. Okay. So that is what. Coming to the next sign, that is, and somebody asked me what is my sign. So please keep guessing. I'm all the signs, I feel. Something or the other I have of each sign. That is why I love all the signs. Okay. For Aquarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your third, fourth, and fifth houses. To start with, very good transit. When Mars is also there in the third house, Mars actually is the Karaka for strength. And when Mars transits here, you're going to be on the first, making some major decisions, which are going to be really positive at the workplace, travels, short journeys, correspondence, connecting with your partners, connecting with your co-workers, your seniors, bosses, discussing some projects, new projects coming up, PR, visa, etc. You will be successful if at all you have applied for. So you are going to be experiencing some major, changes during this time. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be very imaginative also. And you have some mental inclination to learn something. You have that zeal now. You have that power. Okay. So it's good. And it is good for making some kinds of investments, parking your funds also. Then moon moves into your fourth house, and there is a Jupiter waiting there. Now, you will say there's a Gajikesari yoga, beautiful yoga forming this week. Moon is exalted, happy times, this, that, blah, 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 which is not there. Understand, if you have some yogas in your natal chart, you're born with it, only then these will definitely impact you even more. Okay. Until unless you are in the dasha of that particular graha, that is Jupiter, moon, Jupiter, you will not experience Gajikesari yoga. It is going to be giving you some problems or the other also. Maybe your mother becomes very egoistical, or maybe there is complication with your mother. Can happen. Moon transiting exalted moon. So mother can become very, maybe she's visiting a temple or a religious place. That can also happen. But at the same time, you must understand, these yogas are for the babies born during this time. So for 2 quarter days, whosoever will be born on this day, that is on the second noon till the fourth evening, whosoever is born during this time, so this yoga is going to be functional. Sasya yoga is going to be functional with Saturn in the Lagna. Okay. So we must actually, do astrology in the right way. I request the astrologers also the same thing always. So we need to stick to the classic text, read the classic text properly. So when there is a yoga forming, you must see whether it is there in your chart. Now, with Jupiter and Moon transiting your fourth house, you can go for some renovation if you are in the dasha of Jupiter Moon. You can maybe, buy some property also, some big vehicle. Jupiter is big, huge. This can be the time period when you can make good friends. You can travel. You can travel to a water body, closer to a water body, right? But it doesn't mean that Gajikesari yoga is going to form. Please, it is going to form, but for who? For the babies born. I have also given this caption, Gajikesari yoga. But when I do the video, I mentioned Gajikesari yoga is forming for the babies. Okay. I repeat. That's the way one should see the horoscope, please. Also, there is this moon transiting through your fifth house, and this is Gemini sign. And Gemini is a good sign for you, ruled by Mercury, and there is a new moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra. So this might just bring about a connection with your children now, progeny or childbirth, or maybe, you're going to be having a romantic relationship. Moon is combust. So you are mentally weak, when there is a weak moon. And if you have a weak moon in your natal chart, so new moons can become little problematic. they can give you some kind of agony, pain in your relationship. So you can just put some rice, a packet of rice in the night by your bedside and donate it in the morning. If you can't do it next morning, just keep stacking them and go one fine day, go and just donate it to anybody who's underprivileged or to an organization who needs it. Who's just offering those kinds of foods to others, meals to others in shelter homes. So you can just, do these small remedies and you will feel better. You can communicate with your authorities, open your heart out, pour your heart out. Sun, moon, Venus. So with the female counterparts, you'll be communicating emotionally. Emote yourself. And you can be maybe writing some poetry. You can be very creative. You can go for some entertainment. You can go for a movie. So all that can happen, and children can be doing well. Okay. You might just go and connect with your partner physically, intimate relationship, or you might just say, no, I don't want this. I want to break away from you. For 2 quarter days, you might just go through that feeling also. So from 20 degrees, 11 minutes onwards, when moon moves ahead of sun, that is when moon is crossing sun, it is going to be taking the energy of sun and then moving into its own zone. So on the 7th, Venus, Mercury, Moon will be transiting your 6th house together. And this is sort of a niche bhanga forming because Mercury in the 6th house is exalted and Venus is debilitated. So it's good. Venus is your Yog Karagraha in the 6th house. So you will be experiencing some major overhauling in your fitness routine, in your dietary routine. You will take good care of your health. Venus is Sanjeevani also. But Venus is not analysis. Venus is romance. Venus is emotional. So that is why in the 6th house, Venus debilitates. 6th sign, Venus debilitates. In 6th house, it is not too good. Okay. So this is what is going to be when Venus is transiting the 6th house. And Mercury is also there. So you will be making good investments. You'll be discussing things with your people around you. Maybe with your co-workers, your bosses, your seniors, you'll be discussing how to manage your funds, your finances. You'll be doing really well. And this is also the time period when Rahu is changing nakshatra. Rahu is going to be in your Lagnesh and your 12th house Lord's nakshatra. 1 second, I'll drink water. Okay. So Rahu is going to be transiting your Saturn's nakshatra. So good for travels overseas, making money from the overseas people. There is a possibility that you come across some elderly people who will guide you. You'll mature. You will not be confined to that kind of illusion, delusion, and confusion now. You're restricting yourself in your thought process and you're making right kind of decisions. And Ketu is in your 8th house. Take care of your lower abdominal region though. Okay. So this is what the week looks like. Coming to the last sign, that is my videos. That is why they are long, stretchy. Okay. Pisces people. So this is the time period when moon is going to be transiting. This is the week when moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses. So this is a good transit for you. 2nd house transit, moon exalts actually in the 2nd sign. So moon is going to be very good. And with Mars also there, so it is good for your, it's a Dhana Yoga. So you will make good money, but you can have fire in your speech. So whatever you will speak, you will just be piercing, it can harm others. It can break others. So you have to be really careful, You can be very harsh at speech. Arguments can happen on the 1st. So make sure that you're not getting involved in any kind of arguments, heated arguments. Save money. Don't spend on gadgets, etc. Overspending on things might just lead to your loss of the finances also. So savings can deplete. But remember, Mars exalts in your 11th house and moon is your 5th lord. So good for investments. Park your funds well, make profits. And also moon is going to be now on the 2nd noon till the 4th evening in your 3rd house. Now 3rd house transit of moon is not considered to be that great. And Jupiter also not that great. Lagnesh transiting, no? So this is basically, it is good for your children. It's good for student natives, if the ones who are looking for competition success. But it is not that great for making courageous and bold decisions. You might just lack there. We need that courage. Mars is courage, Mars, Saturn, they do well in the third house. But Jupiter is a Saumya Graha. So it is good for teaching. It's good for you learning something, because it is the house of mental inclination. You might just study finance, how I can make money out of money. So maybe you have some restrictions. You did not do well in your studies. Now you want to restart. That kind of a situation, where you left, you start. Your communication can be very, very matured, sensible. You might just be a teacher like, guru like person. You can just guide others during this time, especially. And people will get, floored. Your connection with your siblings will improve. Gajakesari yoga is not forming like this. Gajakesari yoga will be for the babies born during this time. So make sure that if you are in Jupiter Moon Dasha, Moon Jupiter Dasha, then this Gajakesari is going to work. And it's going to work more as regards to your travels, your writing, publishing, and learning something new, communication, signing of contracts, etc. Travels overseas, all that can happen. This is now let's move on to Moon's transit in the fourth house, and that's happening on the 4th to the 6th. Now, fourth evening, Moon transits your fourth house, and there is on the 5th a new moon happening. So when there is a new moon happening in the fourth house, you might just be thinking about how you can change your work, your home environment, your cushioned environment. You can feel a little uneasy, restless. Oh, this work is not done well. I wanted to renovate my place. I wanted to change the tapestry and upholstery of my house. That overhauling is being done, and you're not too happy. Once moon comes out of the sun's energy, so then you will start gaining the energy as well in these areas where you were depleted. Now you will gain that strength and that energy. Academically, you will do well from the 6th onwards. You will decide, what you really want to do. You can be very emotional before that. You can be very weak in your thought process, possessive, weak, and not getting what you wanted. So you will feel little something is amiss, but ultimately you will gain that strength once sun gives that energy to moon after the new moon is over. So it is in Punarvasu nakshatra, in your Lagnesh's nakshatra, Jupiter's nakshatra. You will do well at the workplace. You will meet more people now who will guide you through. You will change your perspective now. Rahu is as it is going to be transiting your Saturn's nakshatra. So this is again a very positive time period for you, to travel overseas, to make money out of money. You might just become very matured, sensible, organized. Moon is going to be transiting your fifth house alongside Venus is also transiting the very same day on the 7th. So Moon, Mercury, Venus, they're forming a connection, in the fifth house. That means third house, fourth house, fifth house ruler, they are connecting. So it's good for the student, it is good for relationship, good for communication, good for travels, entertainments, film industry, glam industry, businesses, any kind of business proposal if you're getting, ex-partner coming in back to your life, connection with your siblings, connection with your friends, connection with your partner, research work, health issues. You will be able to reconcile, you'll be able to recover. You will be changing, okay, towards better. Regenerative kind of an energy is going to be experienced. So it's a beautiful time period for you. It's just that you're having some complications already with your partner. So that might just be getting little on the emotional front. You can become very demanding, sexually you are agile and the partner is getting detached. That can also happen. Take care of your partner's health though, because Mars is transiting your second house, which is 8th from your 4th, your 7th. You have to take care. Okay. And luck is by your side. You have to put a lot of effort towards the right places. So just don't fall prey to your physical needs and desires more. You can be overindulgent. If you can tame that, you definitely have all the success coming your way. Okay. So I hope you all understood what I mean and what exactly is this week coming to. And we have many beautiful transits also in the upcoming July month. I'll be doing the July reading soon, as I have been traveling and I'm still in transit. So once I reach touch base soon, because while traveling I felt sick. I was hospitalized, so I could not do much. But yes, I rested. People, my dear audience, prayed for me. They really offered, I think they prayed hard. I'm perfectly fine now. Thank you so much. And catch you all later, very soon, with the July month's readings. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great, great week ahead. Om Tat Sat. Happy Ratha Yatra.